In 1957, 23-year-old Brazilian farmer Antonio Villas Boas claimed he had a shocking encounter with extraterrestrials. One October night, while plowing his fields, he noticed a bright red, egg-shaped craft hovering above. It landed nearby, and four small humanoid beings approached him. Despite his efforts to escape, they overpowered him and led him aboard their craft. Inside, the beings put him through a series of strange examinations. He described them as small, with large eyes and wearing tight, protective suits. They took blood samples from his chin using a device which left a small scar. They also covered him with a strange gel. The most unusual part of his experience involved a female alien who, despite her unusual features, looked relatively human. She had large blue eyes, high cheekbones, and long white hair. According to Villas Boas, they engaged in sexual activity, and afterward, she gestured to her stomach and then pointed upward, suggesting she might bear his child somewhere in space. After the encounter, Villas Boas was returned to his field, and the craft departed. He soon developed symptoms like nausea, headaches, and skin lesions, which prompted him to seek medical help. Though skeptics question his story, his account is one of the first detailed alien abduction claims. His story has since become a landmark in UFO lore, shaping narratives of alien abductions for decades to come. The story of Antonio Villas Boas, a Brazilian farmer, is one of the earliest well-known alien abduction claims. In 1957, Villas Boas alleged that he had a strange encounter with extraterrestrials, and his story has become a staple of UFO lore. Here's a detailed breakdown of the incident. Background. In October 1957, Antonio Villas Boas was a 23-year-old farmer living in the rural area of Minas Gerais, Brazil. He worked on his family's farm and led a quiet, relatively isolated life. One evening, while plowing his fields at night, a common practice in warmer climates to avoid the daytime heat, he observed a strange light in the sky. The encounter. According to Villas Boas, the sighting started with a bright red light that moved across the sky, drawing closer until it became identifiable as an oval or egg-shaped object. The light then landed near him, and he described it as having red lights around its edge and spinning at a high speed. Villas Boas claimed that, as the object landed, four small humanoid beings emerged from it and approached him. He tried to escape, but they seized him and dragged him aboard the craft. The beings were around 5 feet tall, with large heads, small blue eyes, and wore tight-fitting, thick overalls with helmets. They communicated with each other in strange sounds that he compared to barking or growling. On board the craft, once inside the craft, Villas Boas described going through a series of examinations. He claimed the beings stripped him of his clothes, covered him in a gel-like substance, and subjected him to a series of tests. They took blood samples from his chin using a device that left a small scar, which he later showed as evidence of the encounter.